Budgeting lies at the foundation of every financial plan. It doesn't matter if you're living paycheck to paycheck or earning six figures a year. You need to know where your money is going if you want to have a handle on your finances. Unlike what you might believe, budgeting isn't all about restricting what you spend money on and cutting out all the fun in your life. It's really about understanding how much money you have, where it goes, and then planning on how to allocate those funds best. Here's everything you need to help you create and maintain a budget. Welcome back to another episode of Living Fire. If you never want to miss an upload, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Budgeting basics. Do you know why a budget is so important? On the surface, it seems like creating a budget is just a tedious financial exercise, especially if you feel your finances are already in good order. But you might be surprised at just how valuable a budget can be. A good budget can help keep your spending on track and even uncover some hidden cash flow problems that might free up even more money to put towards your other financial goals. How to create a budget. The hardest part of creating a budget is sitting down and creating one. It's like staring at a blank piece of paper when you need to write something, and that first step seems like a massive hurdle. But don't worry, we've broken down the budget creation process into a few easy to follow steps. You'll be able to sit down and create a basic budget in just a few minutes. Traits for success. Once you've taken the time to create a budget, now it's time to make sure you follow it. Budgeting can be like going on a diet. You start with good intentions, but after a few weeks or months, you drift away from your plan. Don't let that happen to you. How overspending breaks your budget. The main reason to create a budget is to help you keep your finances under control by keeping track of how much money you're spending and where it goes. When you begin to stray from your budget, it's usually because of spending too much money somewhere. But if you have a budget that tells you exactly how much you're supposed to spend, why is it so easy to overspend? There are a number of reasons we overspend, so when you understand what causes overspending, you can help put a stop to it and keep your budget on track. Try using cash to keep spending under control. Swiping plastic has become incredibly easy. With both credit cards and debit cards, we can be in and out with the purchase in a matter of seconds. Unfortunately, this convenience comes at a cost. By using plastic, we can begin to lose track of how much money is being spent. Sure, $2 here, $4 there. It doesn't seem like much at the time of purchase, but if you aren't careful, they can add up and bust your budget. One trick to help keep your daily spending under control is to use cash instead of your credit or debit cards. It might not be as fast, but it helps you visualize just how much money you're spending. Automate your savings plan. Sometimes remembering to save can be a struggle. Automating your savings is an easy way to stay on track with your savings plan. Schedule automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings to build your emergency fund. Open an individual retirement account and set up automatic contributions every payday to build your nest egg. You can also use automatic contributions to fund a 529 college savings account for your child's education. Automating deposits into different accounts ensures that you're saving instead of spending, and over time, the power of compound interest can help your money grow steadily. Outline your savings goals. If you're going to save money, having a specific goal to work towards can be a huge help in maintaining your momentum. Think about what you want to accomplish with saving, both in the short and long term. For example, you may want to save money for a vacation in the next 6 months, or you may be planning to buy a home in the next year and need to save a down payment. Consider what you'd like to achieve with your money. Then break your goals down into specific actionable steps. Set a timeline for achieving each goal and track your progress to stay motivated on your savings journey. Find the best saving resources. Saving money becomes less of a struggle when you have the right tools on hand. A budgeting app like Mint, for example, can help you manage your budget on the go and track your spending automatically. The app allows you to sync all of your bank and credit accounts in a single place so you can see how well you're doing with your savings goals at a glance. Choosing the right place to keep your savings is also important. A high-interest savings account, for example, may be convenient for stashing your emergency fund. An IRA or an IRA CD, on the other hand, are great vehicles for setting aside money long-term for your retirement. Review your expenses and close accounts. One of the first steps in simplifying your budget is reviewing your bank statements and identifying all your expenses. Categorize them into unnecessary expenses, like unused subscriptions, and necessary expenses, like utilities, so you can make decisions about where to cut back. Take advantage of any features in your financial accounts that can help you scale back by, for example, providing transaction categories. Scan for unused subscriptions or forgotten recurring expenses. Your statements will help you understand exactly what you spend money on. You may discover you're paying for things you don't use or want. For example, you may discover that you signed up for a gym, or an online newsletter, or a meal service that you can do without. Highlight these items and start a list of which accounts you should close. Having only one expense for entertainment can add simplicity to a budget. You may want to choose one streaming service rather than several services, plus a cable TV subscription, for instance. List your necessary expenses. Once you've trimmed the items that you can live without, turn to your necessary expenses. Identify each necessary expense that you spend money on regularly, like rent, mortgage payments, transportation, food, clothing, utilities, insurance, taxes, and medical treatments. Then, determine the average payments for each type of important expense. You can keep your categories simple, such as using the 5-category budgets list of transportation, debt payoff, savings, housing, and other living expenses. Close accounts. Having multiple accounts can be time-consuming and add to your expenses with extraneous fees. Companies are often incentivized to sign people up for subscriptions and recurring payments, so it makes sense that we can upgrade our services for more than we actually want. Set a date to renew all of your accounts at least once a year and cancel the accounts you don't use, whether it's a streaming service or a department store credit card. Consider where to put those extra dollars. After you identify ways to save by cutting expenses and closing accounts, you can plan what to do with that extra money. Here are just a few options. Pay down debt. Contribute to an emergency fund so unexpected events won't derail your budget. Put it towards savings for a vacation or another major purchase. If you want to prevent your expenses from creeping up again, consider using a simple budget template to make a plan for tracking expenses going forward. This can help you think twice about signing up for things you won't use. And with that, we've reached the end of this episode, all about the basics of budgeting for beginners. Are you trying to get into budgeting? Get involved and let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this one and found it helpful, remember to leave a like on the video and to subscribe to Living Fire for even more amazing videos just like this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.